So, how's the right-wing Rupert Murdoch media press dealing with the riots that happened in London last night and up in Southport on Tuesday? I'm sure, 100% sure, or am I, that they're going to be as up in arms about it as they were about the riots in Leeds. Obviously, of course. So here we have, it's just plain old talk now because they couldn't afford the TV licence, and the picture of health, you know, see when I'm taking advice about life and politics, oh, I want people that want hamburger away from a heart attack. And of course, they're going to be up in arms about these riots and attacking our dear police as they were about the people in Leeds.
In very shortly, former BBC journalist and author of Can We Trust the BBC? But just before we do that...
Can we trust the BBC?
That footage we've got from yesterday, from last night, in London, in central London, Westminster to be precise. Some of the arrests that the police were making are being said to have been slightly over the top, shall we say. Here's one of them.
Right, notice where it starts, no context. This woman could have been running about shouting Allah Akbar, shouting about Hamas with a big machete. You just don't know. But this is the footage that's taken out of context and doing the rounds, left, right and centre. No doubt it's all over the sewer pit that is Twitter. Well, in fact, I'll be getting some animal videos and all that coming up because that's what I've been predominantly been watching. See, I've changed my Twitter algo to be a wee bit more. Oh, there we go. Two-tier scum. It's alright, you're alright, Mr. Police Officer, when you're kicking the brown man in the head, but when you're hugging a Muslim, you're bad. Right, okay, I've fucked up my algo so much there that it's not even doing it. But this is the footage doing the rounds. Left, right and centre. Rado Club on the X. So, and Rupert Murdoch's talk.
To me, you just go right, I've got a pacemaker. I've got a pacemaker. I've got a pacemaker. And they've just arrested me for walking up here.
What? Scandalous! This is almost as bad as arresting Tommy Robinson for eating his breakfast. Because I'm really sure that's exactly the full story. I don't know about yous, but when police and riot have to put riot gears on because there's a riot, maybe they've got some no-go zones and stuff, and then because she's got a pacemaker she shouldn't get arrested. I think that's what she's saying.
That's why I'm trying to lock them so they can stop it. So actually, you're really tight in them. Well, I'm not. You really are tight in them and you're really making me. You are. So can you relax? You're joking. 1 second. Are you joking? I've never been arrested in my life. I have, don't you...
Well, another thing off the bucket list, hen.
Don't you? I have never been arrested in my life. I'm 73 years old. And I have come here because of them babies who's died. And I'm being arrested.
I mean, why do they need so many police officers? And why are they wearing...
Because there was a fucking riot, you fat tramp. Fucks it, look, this is what you call trying to polish a turd. This guy was made for radio, you should stuck to radio.
Crash helmets to arrest a 73-year-old woman.
Because there was a riot on. Did you see the bricks that were getting thrown last night, Tuesday night up in Southport? I mean, this guy isn't that stupid. His job is to spin this and rile people up.
And why are they putting her hands behind her back and putting her in handcuffs? I mean, you know, they might think she's dangerous. Doesn't look very dangerous. You know, as John Rentoul said, I don't know what was happening before that. But I'm pretty sure what...
Yeah, exactly. You don't know what was happening before that. She could have been shouting Allah Akbar, pro-Hamas slogans, and had a big machete. But don't let that stop you getting away with just...
What was happening before that? She wasn't beating a policeman to a pulp using kung fu kicks or anything.
Why did the policemen have helmets on here? I don't know. It's not as if like a big bunch of football hooligans that last night were up smashing up a small town in northern England and throwing bricks at the cops and their own at some points.
You know what I mean? Seems a bit daft. Anyway, let's talk let's hear from Kay's on policing.
I think the problem is if you bag everybody up, and obviously there are still some far-right elements in the country, and there will always be racists in every country. First of all, it's not just the UK, that is global. And secondly, a lot of the people that are branded with this brush are concerned
another guy just eating his breakfast, I'm sure.
By the behaviour of people. So if you enter the country illegally, I don't care
how the hell they can keep a straight face while bringing all this pish back to brown men in boats. I mean, there is go down to the beaches, get some pellet guns, get some slingshots, go down to the beaches and repel the invaders at the beach. Why turn up in the streets in big mass numbers for the sole purpose of dressed up in a protest, freedom of speech, patriotic pish, and it always turns into a rammy and a riot? Huh? I don't know why the police had big helmets on to arrest a 73-year-old woman. Well, they had big helmets on because of what was happening last night. And I'm pretty sure I've seen footage of shit getting lobbed at the cops last night. 100 people were arrested last night. So there must have been 100 people having their breakfast late at night, you know, because that's what the Met do. We all know it. We all know it. Social media told me so. They just go about looking for innocent people eating breakfast and start carting them up. I mean, that 73-year-old woman, what happened beforehand, who knows? But maybe we should put a cap on the age of people who can get arrested. Maybe we should if anybody just shouts, "I've got a pacemaker," about 90 times, the police should just let them go. I mean, that's a great fun, isn't it? I'm going to remember that next time I'm getting in the tin pail, man. I've got a pacemaker, I've got a pacemaker, I've got a pacemaker. I'm 101-year-old, you know. See if that works. You know, I'm pretty sure that works with the cops all the time. Get it, got it. So again, selective editing brought to you by the Rupert Murdoch Press, and that's Gen Up News Corp, News UK or whatever it's called, but it's Rupert Murdoch's mob. And they can't even afford a radio or TV licence anymore. They've had to get rid of Piers Morgan and shit because the TV radio station, whatever you want to call it, is failing on its arse. Get it? Got it. Good. Get cheese, no cats or cheese. Right wingers were harmed in this filming.